Welcome everybody to the Visionary Overview Call. My name is Andy Morpitzer. I'm the president of Visionary and also the master distributor worldwide. And I'm currently in Acapulco, Mexico, so bear with me on the internet and the possibility of some disruptions in the voice quality, so my apologies. But let's get down to business and let's talk about Visionary and why we started Visionary. It was really simple. I've been doing network marketing. My background was Wall Street financials, and I left the financial industry in 2008, where in the United States, most Americans lost half their net worth in a 3-week period in August of 2008. And that prompted me to start looking at alternative ways that I could make money full-time. And I dabbled in this and dabbled in that, and I had a couple of companies worldwide where I had over 1 million active distributors worldwide. And then over the last, in a 10-year period, I watched those 1 million affiliates be reduced year after year, month after month, week after week, day after day. And I had to figure out the reason why. There was a problem. There's a problem with the industry of network marketing. 97% of the people fail. And I had to figure out, how can I make these people successful? Because the typical network marketer will get into a new company, buy the product, stay in 3 or 4 months, and quit. And they have nothing to show for it. Now, one of my criteria for joining a company when I flew to Spain and met the other owners was simply this: what can sustain itself? What kind of product is recession-proof? What kind of product can put people in the best possible position to be successful? And the answer to that question was money. Now, moving for the last, 5-7 years, I only sell money products in network marketing, and cryptocurrency fits that bill. Because when you look at the problems within network marketing, it becomes attrition marketing. It becomes buy a product you're forced to buy at an extremely high price, and it may or may not work. And you probably will see it on your grocery shelves and be your competition. When I look at the nutritionals and I look at different industries within MLM, some of these products, you're beating heads with some of the biggest marketing companies in the world with deep pockets and millions of dollars in advertising that you're competing against. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to lose that battle. So what's the answer to make people successful? It's about having products that either A, save people money, make people money, and they engage in our culture where in Visionary, you can earn income 4 or 5 different ways and you've never sponsored anyone. That's putting people in the best possible position to succeed. At the end of the day, our retention is in the high 90s. I know of no one that has left Visionary. Why? Because they still own, maintain, and control their own asset in cryptocurrency. What we offer at Visionary as our chain product as we launched was mining. And that mining is the ability to use our software and our computers to allocate you Capricoin. So in essence, you're going to take a fiat currency wherever you are in the world, and you're going to mine with it, or you're going to buy it off the external exchange, either or. We have educational videos that will train you and teach you how to buy off the external exchange, how to open up a Coinbase account. Internally with Visionary, we offer mining, and that mining, collectively, we the members, as we all mine, we're all allocated a certain number of coin based on participation of any given week. But the key here, name another network marketing company on the planet other than precious metals that you own, control, and maintain your own asset. Just because it's in cryptocurrency form does not mean you can't liquidate it tomorrow. It doesn't mean it's not still your money. Think about what Visionary offers in Capricoin as the marketing arm or distribution arm for Capricoin. Capricoin is going to allow you to have an international savings account. It's going to allow you to have assets not pegged to your home country. It's going to allow you to have assets outside of your home country. It allows you immediate liquidation if necessary versus like a 401k or any other type of investment that you're going to get hit with early withdrawal fees and fees for pulling your monies out earlier. You know, life happens, and every once in a while you need an infusion of cash where you've got to go either A, take a loan out, or B, you know, take some money out of what you've already saved. So what this really allows us to do is own, maintain, and control our own international savings account in a digital currency called Capricoin. And that fact alone will make a lot of people successful, because some of the ways that we earn money, it doesn't require sponsoring, and that's the key. I know that people struggle with building businesses. Numbers don't lie. And if 97% of the people fail in a typical network marketing distribution arm, meaning a mandatory auto ship with a product that you're forced to buy, that model simply does not sustain itself. It doesn't work. So what we set out to do is make 97% of the people profitable, because we know if people are profitable, that equates to retention. That means nobody will ever leave Visionary because there's a value, there's a benefit, there's an insurance. It's called financial insurance. It's called digital currency. The evolution of banking, the evolution of money, the way that we conduct e-commerce and business and our behaviors will all change through a disruptive technology called blockchain. And blockchain is the ability for us, we the people, members, and citizens all over the world that will control their own money outside of central authority, meaning the banks. We don't have to pay fees. We don't have to ask for permission. We can move as much as we want, anywhere we want, and convert that to any fiat currency we want. The future is this. I see a future of many cryptocurrencies all operating in this space of digital currency. Because understand, they're allowing us to operate in this space. And that's evident by the fact that you need to have your coins registered on an external exchange. Because what the external exchange does is allow you to liquidate said coin for loss or profit, whichever it might be. But the key here is you're paying a fee to the regulators. They're going to get their slice of the pie. They're allowing us to operate in this space. It's an $80 trillion industry, and all that we want is a little piece of it. We were the first and only MLM at the time 6 months ago to even be listed on a regulated external exchange. And now we're on 3 external exchanges. That gives us the credibility, the legitimacy to launch a coin that can be used as a trusted means of exchange between merchants and customers and members. Now, we're the only company that I know of right now that has an innovative marketing strategy. The #1 strategy, opening it up as an MLM. We're growing at about 200 people a day. We're well over 10,000 affiliates. The value of our coins gone up to as high as $3.50, and I think it's settled back down now to about $1.25. We've only dispersed or allocated about 12% of the coins worldwide, so there's still another 180 million coins that will be distributed. The name of the game right now, if you're going to make money, become wealthy, you want to get in on the ground floor, and the ground floor is now with cryptocurrency. It's relatively new. It's like an alien technology. It's just now being accepted by the mass populace, by Main Street USA or Finland or Denmark or wherever you happen to be from. And we know that because we watched Bitcoin grow from actually pennies on the dollar, 7 years ago. It took them almost 4 years to maintain $1.25 in value, and we did it in 6 months. Why? Because of the distribution arm. Because people are making money, people are sharing this opportunity, they're becoming profitable, and once they become profitable, they never leave. So that's kind of our mindset, and that's kind of our game plan. But understand that Visionary is not linear in nature. Don't think of Visionary as the only product we'll only have will be the mining of Capricoin, because that's simply not true. We've got a 10-year distribution on the Capricoin digital currency, the cryptocurrency. Once that ends, who's to say we don't mine another coin? Who's to say that we don't open? Because here's what we have that nobody else has. Our common denominator is currency. It's money. It's Capricoin. And from that, I can parlay any product under the sun, any product in the world on a mega shopping center. We'll have mobile apps. We're the only company that we are deriving the value of our coin through the usage of that coin. We're going to have a loyalty program. We're going to have a cash back program. Matter of fact, we just got 2 of our apps back from the Apple Store, and one about 2 days ago, one about 2 weeks ago. It's a free download. Go to the Apple Store, download the Visionary app and the Capricoin app. Now we can move money member to member. We can now move money member to merchant. Now, it just released 2 days ago. I don't even think it's been announced yet. But understand, we're building the value of the coin through the usage, through the volume. We prefer that we aren't viewed as a speculative investment, because first of all, we don't sell Capricoin. We sell mining time. It's against the law to sell Capricoin. You'd need to be a registered securities broker through the SEC like I used to be. So what we've done is we've built a platform that's going to allow us to evolve and really penetrate in such a way that any product that we bring on in the future, I don't care if it's gold, silver, platinum, diamonds, advertising, marketing, a mega shopping mall, whether it be white label mobile apps for merchants, whether we sell the real estate around the apps, these are all money-making activities. These will all generate commissionable value in the downline, thus paying you commissions. This is going to be a one-stop shop to either A, save you money, have a distinct value, benefit, make you money. This isn't linear thinking that, okay, we're going to mine a coin. Once we've mined the coin, we're done. Don't think for a second. We want to build any and all products that we allow into our platform that will accept Capricoin will facilitate the movement of that money. And as that money moves, why, of course, the value in a perfect world on the external exchange will have upward pressures and increase the value of the Capricoin externally. Now, is that guaranteed? Absolutely not. Is it aggressive probability that through the usage of money that they'll have a upward pressure on the value? Absolutely. Look at Bitcoin now. It's selling in around $400 with no marketing attached to it. They don't have any merchants on board, mom and pop per se. They have a handful. When they started 7 years ago, they had a bunch of techies sitting in a garage that build the algorithm. We've got 10,000 people worldwide and growing 200 people a day. Who do you think is going to be more successful? People have innovative strategies, additional products that are going to reward merchants, reward customers, give cash back as the value and a benefit, as the value proposition. People need a value to engage and to use the coin, and that's exactly what we set out to do. So when we look at Visionary, when we look at the future, we're technically not even launched. So the opportunity side, the money-making side of this is unlimited. We're just getting started. There's multiple people that have been in 6 months that have already realized six-figure income through sharing it with others, through the value of the external exchange. Just think of it. Let me put it in perspective and quantify it for you. Let's say we get to, I don't know, 10% of what Bitcoin is. Let's say our coin gets to $40 in the next 2 years. Think of how many thousands of Capricoin you can acquire between now and then, how many people you can share it with, how many merchants you can bring it on board. Because understand, we're building a network of people that are interested in all the things I mentioned earlier about diversification, assets abroad, and savings accounts, and controlling their own money as versus the banks. There's lots of people in the world that are very interested in that. As a matter of fact, I'm down here in Acapulco right now talking to the leaders in the world that are speaking tomorrow about cryptocurrency, precious metals, dual citizenship, dual residency, expatriation, asset, income, abroad, taxation, all these different things that, in my mind, when I look at the future, I look at how am I going to maintain my wealth? How am I going to keep my money? And one of those strategies that Nicole and I use is cryptocurrency, because we don't have to ask for permission. We could, at any time, right now, being in Mexico, we could go cash out some Capricoin and take the cash. Understand the future looks like this. Any cryptocurrency will be able to, and it's called shapeshift, but you'll be able to exchange and interact with other cryptocurrencies in such a way that any and all cryptocurrencies will be able to be interchangeable, exchanged for other cryptocurrencies and or other fiat currencies. So this is a way to diversify a portfolio, diversify your assets, have some financial insurance, and build a business worldwide that's turnkey, that makes sense in this time of, well, macroeconomic volatility. Coming from Wall Street and coming from a background of financials, know that there's a huge bubble in the stock market. It's well overvalued. Know that it's manipulated. Know that the vehicles that we typically would put in a 401k or retire, or they're just not going to be there. I just turned 51 February 6th. I can't rely on the government I'm not an entitlement baby. I'll retire on my own volition. I don't need the government dictating every damn thing I do in life, especially my finances. So this is a way for us, we the people, collectively to take the power back and control the money, because I'm sure you've heard, he who controls the money controls the people. And all governments all around the world control the money, thus controlling the people. And you can see what's happening. Nobody trusts anybody. Macroeconomics are so volatile right now. Stocks, currencies, governments, war, indebtedness, insolvency. You got to protect yourself. And this is one of the very few things that you can do to diversify your assets, to have a fighting chance to survive the next decade or two, but not only survive, you can profit from that next decade or two while everybody else is losing their money. The dollar's going to be devalued. The dollar won't make it. It's insolvent. This is prudent thinking. God gave you discernment. He gave you the ability to be rational, to insure yourself, to protect you and your family. And this is one of the ways that we're going to do it. So that's kind of my overview of Visionary. And I hope everybody heard me all right. What's a website that somebody can go to listen to webinars?
Vision.biz.
If you guys want to hear some of the webinars that have been done over the last 6 months or so, last 8 months, there's a website called vision.biz, vizion.biz, vision.biz. It's a generic site. No, there's no name on it. There's no capture page. It's an informational site that has all the relevant information, from how to mine, the comp plan, overview calls, the weekly calls, everything and anything that you would need to do to get up to speed on Visionary and Capricoin can be found on that website. So if that works for you, Harold, why don't we open it up to some questions and see if some folks have some questions out there.
Yeah, 1 second. How do I do that? Unmute all?
Let me see if I can. Well, you can have them into the chat. Let's see here. If you click on the plus sign there, Harold, questions, see a list. He can hear. Can we see the people attending? Sometimes you can, if we allow people meetings from McAllen, Texas. Nice. Yes, we can hear you. I'm not seeing any questions yet. I don't see any questions thus far. You can also unmute people and have them just ask it. Since there's only 10 or 20 people on the call,
Yeah.
You could unmute them and they could just ask a question and I'll answer them that way.
Yep. Let me see here. Oh dear. So I can unmute all of them. Maybe.
Yes, you should be. I'm not the admin here.
No, it won't change.
You muted everybody. Click the other one, and you should be able to unmute everybody, Admiral. Can you see it? You know how to change or transfer the controls over to me, and I can unmute folks if that helps you.
Yeah, 1 second. I will find a transfer. I'm so good at this. How do I transfer this? No, I muted you. Thank you.
I'm unmuted. Can you hear me?
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a first question. This is Dr.
Okay.
Andy, what is the advantage of Capricoin over Bitcoin?
Well, a couple of things. Well, I can think of 5 off the top of my head, and I'll rattle them off for you. Number 1, in my opinion, if you're looking for cryptocurrency as an investment in Bitcoin, you missed the ship. It's already hit its peak. It's leveled off. Whereas with Capricoin, you're getting in on the ground floor. You're going to be able to take advantage of any growth that happens over the next several years. If you look at the pro forma or look what Bitcoin did and the records and the heights that it achieved, why would you go and brand another coin that's already, in my opinion, hit its heyday? And because here's what you don't understand with Bitcoin. To maintain that system of Bitcoin, it costs approximately $25 million a month to maintain that system through rewards of proof of or confirmation of transactions through the blockchain. It's very cumbersome, it's very expensive, and it has a downward pressure on the value of Bitcoin. Now, take that same scenario. We're ground floor. We're pennies on the dollar. We're at $1. If you're going to maximize a work equity platform like what Visionary is, and you want to make some money, you want to get in on the ground floor because those who come in, go to work are going to stand and make the most amount of money. So that's number 1. Number 2, Bitcoin was very slow in converting or validating transactions, meaning it waited on the system of other miners to verify purchases. And that last Bitcoin transaction took about 16 minutes, but it was 6 hours before I could use that money again, meaning I confirmed a transaction and they held that money for approximately 16 hours before I could utilize that money again. Because anytime monies are used within the system to verify other transactions, they can put a hold on a couple of your Bitcoin. But the problem was time. Think of it this way. If you're a pizza place owner on a Friday night and you got people out the door, 10, 20 people wanting to buy the pepperoni pizza, and they've got to stand around and wait 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes for the merchant to get approval saying that the funds are there, then it's not real time. It wasn't built for e-commerce, where any and all of our transactions happen instantaneously. Number 3, it had volatility that scared most small businesses away. And here's why. Let's say you're that same pizza place owner. You sell a pizza for 20 bucks. Customer comes in on Friday, buys your pizza. Now, you had a busy weekend. You don't get to the exchange to go sell your Bitcoin for fiat money till Monday. And over the weekend, Bitcoin dropped 30% of its value. It went from whatever value to whatever value. It goes up and it goes down a lot. So you're a pizza place owner, you sold a pizza at $20 Friday night, you went and sold your Bitcoin Monday, and you only got $15. There went your profit out the window. You just lost 25%. So it wasn't conducive to real-time transactions, and it was very speculative in nature, that it was very, very risky for a pizza place owner to sell a pizza Friday night at real time, at real costs and money, and then go to cash it in Monday only to have lost 25% of its profit. So we've cleaned up two different things. We use the X11 algorithm that allows for a smoother, faster transaction and confirmation, and we can do it instantaneously. We've taken away the volatility because now we've got a lot of people that own Capricoin. When Bitcoin first started, there was very few people that owned it. That made it very volatile. It was the speculators' playground. They would come in, they would pump up the value, and then they would sell it off, and it would dump, and it would be worth pennies on the dollar. A few people got rich, and a lot of people got hurt. So what we wanted to do was build the value off the usage, off the volume, where, yeah, we're going to have a couple of speculative investors, but they can't hurt us in the same way because we've got 10,000 people, and if a couple of people come in and try to move or manipulate our coin to pump it and dump it, the odds of them being successful is very rare, because the key to long-term sustainability in Capricoin is getting as many people as humanly possible with Capricoins in their e-wallets. And we're going to do that through loyalty. We're going to do that through cash rewards. And we've already mined millions of coins that we're going to give out to merchants for marketing to acquire customers that are going to use our coin. All of our apps are free. Visionary app, free. Capricoin app, free. There is no resistance or cost barrier we need to overcome. There's no education. We're going to use smartphone technology to facilitate the movement of our money, thus increasing the value over a long period of time, thus eliminating speculative investing and the volatility that doesn't make sense for a small business owner. That's how we're different.
Thank you so much, Andy.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Andy, we have Victoria. She asked the question, how does Capricoin difference from the OneCoin?
Well, first of all, we're a cryptocurrency, and they are not. It's clearly defined throughout the world on regulated exchanges what makes up a cryptocurrency. For somebody to have a cryptocurrency, they must have a fully functional blockchain on an external website, not their own website. Their own website that shows their blockchain is total nonsense. They made that up. Think of it this way. Ask yourself a question. You've got Capricoin. If you want to sell Capricoin, you can sell every one of them, take your money, and walk away. Other programs that I've seen, you buy in, you can't withdraw your money. There's either a threshold, there's a time, or a sponsoring requirement to pull your money out. That's a red flag right now. Now, the other thing, since I come from the industry, anytime you buy or sell anything of consideration, I don't care if it's a coin, if it's a token, if it's a pair of shoes, if you do it internally and settle that transaction through a corporate entity, you've committed securities fraud. So number one, if you're not listed on an external exchange, you're not a cryptocurrency. If you don't have a fully functional blockchain, you're not a cryptocurrency. If you can't find a blockchain on cryptochansid.com, it is not a cryptocurrency. If you cannot pull all your money out of any venture the very next day, run. Run quickly. It's all BS.
Okay, I think that explained.
We have taken, well, we've taken a lot of time and consideration of understanding the law as we know it now, The USA, since I'm from the US, that's the one I started with first. If you look at the SEC.gov, you look at the IRS.gov, it clearly states how it's to be handled as far as taxes. Is it a capital gains if you use it as a currency, whether you mine it yourself, whether there's a software company that mines it for you? What happens when you make a transaction with cryptocurrency and the value when you bought said product is worth more than when you bought it? These are all capital gains activities. Now, for the first time in history, a currency, specifically cryptocurrency, has been deemed a commodity. It has never been done before ever in history. So now we have a currency that is actually a commodity, and that is governed and promulgates through the SEC on an external exchange. For me, the company that you mentioned, it far exceeds my risk tolerance. If I knew nothing about cryptocurrency, the very first red flag would be, if I'm putting money into something and I can't pull it out, then 9 times out of 10, you're heading down the wrong road. Now, don't get me wrong. I want all these cryptocurrencies to be successful, even though I know they will not be, because it hurts us all. We're still in the discovery phase, the knowledgeable phase, the behavioral phase of cryptocurrency and its power of blockchain and the benefit it has to the end user. And every time some of these companies, these clowns, go and make a muck of the true cryptocurrencies, they make it harder for everybody in cryptocurrency. Bitcoin, Capricoin, all of us that are doing things proper. There's no, and this is all I'm going to talk about other companies, because quite honestly, I don't care what they're doing. I know what we're doing. I know what our plan is. I know what our strategy is. And I damn well know we're doing it the right way, to the best ability, and following every rule and regulation to the best of our ability as set forth by the SEC and the IRS. Now, with that said, always advise or consult with your tax advisor. Always consult with your licensed professional financial planner. Have him take a look at some of those other companies, and I guarantee he's going to say, stay away. That's all I'll say about that.
So, I don't have any more questions that I can see here. Is there anybody who's still typing?
I have one more question, Andy.
Sure.
Okay. What is the advantage of enrolling in Visionary Capricoin as a home business, as opposed to enrolling in a company with nutritional product, which is very popular?
I agree. They're very popular, and that's where all the statistics and network marketing come from. Nutritional products are where you get the 97% failure rate. It's research it, Google it. Look at the top 100 companies in network marketing, and their volumes are all decreasing that have the mandatory auto ship platform mentality. Because why? People are in a recession. They can't afford these overpriced, overhyped. And now, are there some great products out there? Yeah, probably. But the majority of them, I could probably challenge you about 98% of them that are all hyped. But whether the efficacy is there or not, here's what you're doing. You're expecting the average person to go be a doctor, explain nutritional health benefits and cellular growth and all, or whatever you want to, which they can't do, number one. Number two, it's the hardest sell in network marketing, because I don't care if it's regenerating cellular growth, if it's weight. People think of it as this. Oh, I've heard all that before. I've tried all those products. I mean, right out of the gate, you're struggling to make a business. It's tough. Nutritionals, I'm not saying you can't do it, but gosh, why would you want to go through all that when there's an easier, more profitable, more prudent way that you own, maintain, and control your own asset, I'll stack our product up against anything on the planet, and I'll win every time. What happens when that product shows up on the shelves of Costco? Why would you go in business? Okay, you're a guy from Nebraska, and nothing against Nebraska, or let's pick up my home state, Ohio. You're a married couple in Ohio looking to earn some income. Now, are you going to be specialized enough to be a doctor and present things in such a way that you come off as being the professional? Probably not. People have already heard about nutritions. You're trying to beat the 97% failure rate. It doesn't happen. And a nutritional is a want, not a need, in my opinion. When you're in a recession and you go try to sell widget A, B, C, D, and it's not a need, they're going to pay the gas bill before they pay for the nutritional product. And then, again, it's oversaturated. There's thousands of companies that sell nutritional products. Think of it this way. If there's a pool of people, let's take 100 million of them, and there's 1,000 nutritional companies, you just reduced the ability for you to have a successful business by sheer numbers alone. And now what happens is, take the oldest one. When I started, I did a nutritionals, Zango, back in the day. And I was one of the very first people to do Zango. And 6 years later, it showed up on the shelves of Costco. Mangosteen was the greatest thing in the world. My point is this. If you're going to start a business, the last thing you want to do is butt heads with Fortune 500 companies that have multi-million-dollar budgets to promote their business, because you won't win, you won't survive, you will not succeed. Now, are there a hand of people around the world that I know? Absolutely. Matter of fact, two of them just became double diamonds in ASEA. But they're the exception. They're not the rule. Those people will never, ever stop recruiting, because those types of platforms, and it's at the beginning of the call I told you, I started with 1.1 million affiliates, and I watched attrition through nutritional products get eaten up. It's hard. And more than likely, people aren't going to be successful. So what happens? It becomes attrition marketing. You've got to continue to train your leaders or sponsor more people. It's not true residual income. It's a hard 9-to-5 job recruiting every day to replace the people that you lose who couldn't make it successful, who can't afford $150 a bottle for a bottle of orange juice. So it's very difficult. I'm not saying it can't be done, but boy, why would you? The odds are stacked against you. What we present is our product's money. It's the common denominator. You've got to use it to do anything. It's inherent. It's behavioral. I don't have to teach anybody about money. You see the difference?
Yes. Thank you, Andy. Only one more question, and then I'm going to shut up. What is the advantage of not attaching gold to Capricoin, since gold is something tangible that I can hold it in my hands?
Well, I'll give you this insight. We at some point will bring on a digital form of gold and or the physical bullion of gold, silver, and I might even get into some diamonds, to be quite honest with you. Anything that has a tangible, real asset or real property categorization. But here's what I won't do. I will not back my cryptocurrency with gold. And here's why. First of all, it's mixing water and oil. Think of it this way. Gold is the first true money in the world. It was the first money of the world, and when you look at cryptocurrency, it's the newest money. So you've got the oldest money and the newest money. And many of you know on this call, I also do precious metal, and I've got hundreds of thousands of people around the world that do precious metals. Now, the odds of us bringing that into Visionary are very good because it's diversification. Gold is a hedge. But here's where I don't want to mislead you. Our cryptocurrency will not be backed by gold, and here's why. Gold is a regulated commodity that promulgates under and is supervised and operates under central authority. Whenever you attach gold to cryptocurrency, you've opened up the doors to central authority on your decentralized cryptocurrency. The cryptocurrency needs to be evaluated on its own credentials, its own admission. It needs to be built proper through the usage. All that gold really does would give somebody the feeling that, okay, it's backed by gold. But when you do that, then you risk losing your Capricoin, or you losing your cryptocurrency, because the two do not mix. Now, to expand upon that, why we would bring gold in? Gold, the characteristics, fungible, tangible, portable, all those different characteristics that make up real property in gold. But where it falls short, you can't walk across a border or through customs here in the United States carrying $100,000 worth of bullion in your pocket. They're going to take it, and you got to declare it, and it's going to weight you down. It's not spendable in larger sizes. So gold is great as a hedge, great as a store of value, great as a reserve currency in case things go really bad and currencies go bankrupt like 4,000 other currencies or fiat currencies in history have gone. So do I advocate holding precious metals in physical form? Absolutely. And I'll give you even a better hint. Hold it in a bullion. Do not, people, here's the big mistake I see people with gold. They want to buy these government-issued coins. Now here's how the law reads on government-issued coins. You are the bearer of said coin. You are not the owner. And they, if they deem necessary, can seize that gold from you anytime, anywhere, because it's a currency. Whereas bullion is a money. It does not fall under the seizure laws. It should be privately minted. You should have a private vault abroad outside of your home country. That's true diversification. But anytime, and I don't know your name, sir, but anytime you mix gold and cryptocurrency, you're heading down an alley I'm not going down, because they're two distinct characteristics. One's the oldest money in the world, one's the newest money in the world, but cryptocurrency is an extenuation of gold. Think of what cryptocurrency fills the gap and the need of what gold can't do. I can move it anywhere. It's not controlled by central authority. Cryptocurrency has no fees. It's highly liquidable. It's highly divisible. It's highly transferable. I can easily take it across the border. So I do both. I have cryptocurrency, and I most definitely have gold and silver. Bullion, not government-issued coins. So hopefully that helps you with your planning.
Thank you so much, Andy.
You're welcome.
Okay, Victoria said, thank you for answering the question about that you told about earlier. And we have a new from Catherine. She asked, from one of the webinars you mentioned that Visionary is not an investment, but it's a business. If the rep stops recruiting, what happens to their business? Thank you.
Well, they can still earn additional Capricoin through the local e-wallet and staking, where they get rewarded for verifying transactions through their e-wallet. They can, I think Nicole and I, over the last couple of months, last 4 or 5 months, we've earned an additional 1,000 Capricoin through staking, meaning verifying through our e-wallet other transactions for people in the membership. But think of it this way. Why I always tell people to get a Visionary package, and this is something you need to understand. The last couple of weeks, we had a great influx of revenue from the Pacific Rim. I mean, a lot of money came in. And the coins that were allocated through minings declined. Now, that will happen because right now our volume, since we are just now launching our apps, somebody could literally come in with 50,000 coins or 10,000 coins and move that market. And my point on this is sometimes it's going to be a better value to buy Capricoin from the external exchange. Now, with that said, that will not always be the case. That we'll find an equilibrium where the external exchange might get to $10 this year, for example. But the cost to acquire them through mining might only be $1. So now the value is back into mining. Now, becoming a visionary member as a business allows you benefits and values that you don't get on the external exchange. Commissions, leverage, cash back. We'll have all different types of specials, discounted savings on other products that we bring in. You've got to think of it this way. You're buying a mining package to, of course, mine Capricoin. But you're also getting an educational platform that's going to show you how to open up a Coinbase account, how to open up an e-wallet, how to buy and sell on an external exchange. These are all valuable educational tools that you need to survive the next decade or two in your quest for diversification. Now, if you stop recruiting in the distribution arm, well, you'll get paid accordingly. Let's say you brought 2 people in. Let's say you brought me in and Adderall in, and we went and we were both personally sponsored by you, and we went and built huge businesses. And you never sponsored another person. You sponsored 2 people. You got binary qualified, and that was it. 2 people, and we went and built a business. You'd continue to get paid week in and week out, week in and week out. We built the comp plan, or I guess I should say I built the comp plan or changed the comp plan so that you could earn monies, commissions, have savings, have value, have benefits without sponsoring. You could open it up to just plain give them away. Free apps to customers and get paid. As they buy retail, you get paid a commission for just giving a free app away. You can earn that way. You can earn matching bonuses. You can earn the binary because there's forever. Well, you've got to really recruit the right two people. But if your business is stagnant and you quit building the business, well, the commissions would commiserate with your efforts. Now, since we're talking about that, in about a week, maybe 10 days, we'll have a fully blown capture page, autoresponder, marketing funnel, lead generation for everybody in Visionary. So we're going to help people find the leads, do the marketing, corporate approved. It'll be a funnel. It'll have all the bells and whistles, tracking, autoresponders, everything you guys would need. And we'll also do co-ops so we can drive traffic to your website so you can build your business.
Oh,
So hopefully that helped.
that's great. Oh.
I have
Okay.
a question. What do you mean by mining?
Mining is the process in which you acquire Capricoin. All cryptocurrencies, everyone in existence, I don't care if it's Dogecoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Capricoin, they all went through a process called mining. And mining is using mathematical algorithms to solve problems that generate a coin. And here's the best way I can quantify it in an analogy for you. Take the number, the sum of 5. If you added 1 plus 4, 4 plus 1, 3 plus 2, 2 plus 3, 0 plus 5, and 5 plus 0, you'd have 6 different combinations of the sum 5. And in this particular analogy, that would equal 6 coins. The computer figured out 6 different ways to come up with the sum of the number 5, so that would have generated 6 coins. That's what mining is in layman's terms. Now, if you want a more advanced answer, I can tell it to you, but you're not going to understand it. But that is in essence how it works. All cryptocurrency goes through a process called mining, where specialized computers solve complex mathematical algorithms that that produce a digital currency called cryptocurrency.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
She said thank you.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Thank you. I'm on a delay here too, Admiral. Sorry if I'm talking over people. Sometimes I start to talk and then I'll hear somebody because it's delayed. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But understand one thing, guys. Visionary is the distribution and marketing arm of Capricoin. We do not sell Capricoin in Visionary. We do not sell an investment in Capricoin. We sell mining time. And that time is representative of the package levels, 99 euro up to, what is it, 12,000 euro or something like that, that's going to pull your money with other members on a weekly basis that's going to get you mining and acquiring Capricoin. And then once it becomes you own, maintain, so in essence what you've done is taken a fiat currency and in essence converted that into cryptocurrency. That's the easiest way I can explain it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. And there is one question that I have in mind. I have heard some cryptocurrency that have been investigated by the Federal Trade Commission authorities. And why should somebody believe that Capricoin is not one of those that will be investigated as one that is not legal?
Well, the best proof that we have is we're on the regulated external exchange. We're transparent. We're right out there for God and everybody to see. Hey, if we're doing something wrong, come tell us what and we'll fix it. But what we're not doing is hiding behind in dark alleys with an ecosystem of members only, moving and buying and selling said currency, committing securities fraud in a Ponzi scheme on a platform that has no value to anybody outside of that platform. To the best of my knowledge, who knows? They could change the laws tomorrow. And then we'll have to adapt or change how and what we do. But for now, we're doing everything as honest and as compliant as we possibly can. And, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But to the best of my knowledge, we've been on the exchange for well over, what, six months now, Nicole? I mean, we've been on there for 6 months now, operating, and now we're going to launch mobile apps to facilitate the movement of money through those smartphones, start increasing the volume. What gets people in trouble? Like there was another company in the United States that kind of fell off, and now it's going to reemerge through another name here. But what got them in trouble was marketing. They were out there marketing an investment, and you can't do that. There's a big difference between offering a software system, which is totally legal. We're doing the mining for the people, then going out there and telling people they're going to get a return on an investment. Like some coins I know are just, I mean, flat out over the top. They're guaranteeing like 2,500% return a week and 600% return a year. These are all Ponzi scheme nonsense that hurt the whole industry. And quite honestly, I'm sick of it. I wish they would just either comply or go away and get shut down. The sooner the better.
I feel better now. Thank you.
Well, with that said, guys, hey, I appreciate you listening to me rant. I hope you learned a little bit here tonight. And if you ever need anything, I've got leaders from around the world like Admiral and just different people that can do three-way calls. I'll help when and if, but as often as I can. If you want to put a call together, a group together, no problem. I know we'll be in the, where are you at? Are you in Norway right now?
I'm in Norway, yes.
Well, you should get a hold of Frode and have him do a meeting in Norway for your folks.
Well, yeah, but I'm not working in Norway.
There will be some type of, I know we're going to have a meeting here I'm supposed to be in Hong Kong or Macau here in a couple of weeks. After I finish this conference, then we'll go over to Asia, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do for North America, meaning Canada, the United States, and Mexico. I would prefer to have it someplace in a warm, sunny, exotic locale where we can all relax, have a good experience. I really am not fond of like Vegas, and I'm just so sick of that type venue. I think people, when they come to convention, want to relax a little bit, get to know people a little bit better, make it true network marketing, build a deeper relationship with their upline, downline, crossline, than to go listen to somebody go speak in a big auditorium on a stage and get very little out of it in Vegas. So I think I'm going to try to change things up and do it in such a way that we go down into the island somewhere or go on a cruise together or something like that. Welcome to Visionary, and go Capricorn.